What is up, you guys? Megan Houston here, your dietetic intern, and for today's video we are going to be planting a garden. So it is right about time to plant here in the North Georgia mountains, and this is my family's garden that we're going to be planting, and I'm so excited to show you a little bit about how it's done. So first off, when you're picking where you want your garden, you want to make sure that you have ample sunlight. Like you see, we ain't got no trees around. This is the perfect place. Then you need to make sure that you aerate your soil. So you can use a tiller, whatever you'd like to do. Make sure that you toss it up, really get the ground going, and then you want to fertilize it. We used a natural fertilizer, but you can do whatever you like to do. And then we picked our plants from our local feed and farm. One of my biggest things that I try to do is to support small businesses, and that's what we did here. And we got a few different plants to start off with. We'll see if we have more room. One of the biggest things about planting a garden is that you don't want to put them too close together. You want them to be beside each other, but you don't want them on top of each other, then they can't grow as well. So we got some cherry tomatoes, some Better Boy tomatoes, which is what you usually see in the grocery store. We got some heirloom tomatoes, 2 cucumber plants. We're gonna be planting a line of green beans, and then we got some squash and zucchini. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into this. It's a little bit different for how you plant each plant, but I'm gonna show you how it's done. All right, you guys. So for our first plant that we're gonna be planting are our squash plants. Now, this is a little baby. Let's see. This one's a crooked neck squash, and we're gonna be placing it right here in this squash mound. Now, it's really important when you're planting squash that you want to create a mound rather than just planting it flat onto the ground. Also, you wanna make sure that your squash plants are about 3 feet apart. I know this thing looks tiny now, but it's gonna get huge, and you wanna be able to get in between them to be able to pick them. And that's another mound right there, and we're just gonna keep on placing them down about 3 feet apart, and then we'll move on to tomatoes. All right, you guys, so we have finished planting the tomato plants. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the cages around them today because number one, our ground is very, very soft. We had a rain last night, so it makes it really easy for me to get them in there, get them deep so that they don't end up falling over and not deep enough. And then also we have golden retrievers, we have little bitty dogs, there can be all kinds of animals, and this just protects them from being able to run over the poor little things. They're tiny. So we're gonna go ahead and put the rest of these on here. So you take it, make sure that the prongs are spread out. When you first buy them, they'll be put together, but you wanna spread them out. Place it around the plant, and then just push down way deep into the ground. These tomato plants get very, very heavy, especially when they have the tomatoes on there. Now the last plants that we're gonna be planting today are our cucumber plants. Now cucumbers take a lot of space, very, very big. They're kind of like vines, and then the cucumbers grow off the vine. So we're gonna put them on the far end over here, make sure that they have plenty of space, and then we're gonna take up this with maybe a few peppers, eggplants. We're still trying to decide on that, but that's what we're gonna do next. All right, you guys, it's been a couple of days since I planted, and we're filming this on my phone, so it might look a little bit different, but we have already started to see some growth, which is super duper exciting. But now I'm gonna be putting down some weed blocks. So this is one of my favorite tricks to keep your weeds down to help your vegetables grow. Now this is made with patented microfunnels that let water and air penetrate, but it doesn't let weeds grow underneath it. So it keeps your weeds down, it lets your vegetables grow, get plenty of water and air, but it minimizes the work that you have to do to keep the weeds down. You just place it where you want it, and then you hold it down with these garden staples. Now, since I do a summer garden, I take this up every year and I replace it every year. Say you have a yearly flower garden, this stuff can stay down as long as it's not torn or broken. Once it's torn or broken, you need to replace it. But it honestly can last as long as you want because it will not harm your plants. So I'm gonna finish putting this down in between my rows, and then we're gonna be planting some okra seeds and some green beans. right, you guys. We have finally finished planting our garden. We have our squash plants, so we got some zucchini as well. Then we got our cherry tomatoes, our bigger tomatoes, cucumbers on the end. We got 2 blueberry bushes that we're really excited about. They look like they got a bunch of berries this year. So I'm gonna end it here, but I really hope that y'all plant something this year. Whether it's even herbs, I'm gonna probably do that as well, and I'll show you that. You know, it's fun to see what you can grow and then use fresh vegetables in what you're cooking every single day. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys later.